Okay, I'm at Portable right now. So what we're going to do today is we're going to solve late code questions. Sorry, do our assignment questions. Okay, okay. So let's start screen sharing. Let's see. We must not have any personal. Okay, information here and entire screen. Okay, share entire screen. Okay. Okay, so infinite loop. Okay. How do I adjust the quality of? Wait a second. If I want to adjust my quality, how can I adjust the quality of screen sharing? Channel use default. Only save. Close. How can I for screen sharing when I share the screen for entire screen? I want to improve. Okay, I don't know what. आ गया खा लिया okay okay, just forget about that. Okay, so okay, we can start. What time it is? It's on 3:25. We'll start on 3:30. Today is 1st December 2060, and uh let's hope that this year goes well for you, every one of you, and for me too. And I will try to change every day. Or you can say that I have taken a resolution of studying well and cracking a nice job, getting a nice package, or uh, doing other things too. Get in tech. We have still 26 minutes. Let's set up other things. I think everything should be visible. Okay, okay. Let's open VS Code. Okay, let's clear things up. I don't save. Okay, okay. This is my previous employer. Clear this up. Uh, Clear this up. Okay, okay. So we will begin in 4 minutes. No one is live, but uh, as you know, we have to still have to study. Okay. So what we're going to do is solve our assignment questions. Let's just look at the question right now. Uh, Speaking too loud cause irritation in my neck, and also it causes me head pains. That's why I'm not speaking much loudly. So this is my first question. We'll review the question in 3 minutes. For 3 minutes, let's just relax. Okay. Should I take off my goggles? It's 328. I myself will comment on this. Okay, yes. Okay. Yippee. Nice. Nice video. Just one more minute. Okay. Let's 3:30. Okay. Uh, Good morning, guys. I am, you can call me Avi. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to solve our assignment questions. Uh, I'm currently in my second year and pursuing my BTech graduation. And what we'll do in this channel is try to become better and better every day and get a job and get make some money and make my life better. So we're going to continue doing this, and this is my second video. What we're going to do right now is going to solve our assignment questions and film ourselves doing that. It will help uh, us maintain consistency or help me maintain consistency. Okay, so let's begin with our question. This is our question, uh, and this is any confidential information that you guys shouldn't get. Okay, no. Well, this is a VS code. Okay, so we are going to write the question in C because the college is asking me to write it in C. That's why we're going to write it in C. So okay, nothing wrong. We can write it in C. What we're going to do is we're going to okay write a program to print n cross n spiral matrix from 1 to n in counterclockwise direction for given number n. For example, for 5 this is given. Okay, so what given is creating this array in counterclockwise direction and creating a spiral. Okay, so if I'm most sure that you can see my cursor. Okay, writing a program to bring n cross n matrix and to give n, for example. Okay, so this is going from 24 20 25 24 23 22 21 20 19 18 17 16 15 14 12 10 9 8 7 10. So how can we do something like this? So in order to solve these kinds of question, the thing you need to keep in mind is the thing you need to keep in mind is wait a second, I will show you. The thing you need to keep in mind is that we are moving from here to here to here for to 10. Okay, so we're going, we can solve this question in two ways. uh, what The first phase that we start from 25, then we get to 24, then we get to 30, then we go 22, then 21 29, or other ways, and from outside to inside, or we can go from inside to outside. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I am currently going from outside to inside. You can also solve this problem from inside to outside. Okay, now why did I thought of this process is because I am not finding any pattern in vertically columns or or horizontal rows. Why I'm saying that the 25, 10, 11, 12 does not form any pattern. Neither 24, 9, 2, 3, 14. This doesn't even form a pattern. This 28, 28. None of them are forming any pattern that can be followed. The only pattern I can see here is 24, 24, 20, 21. Each of them are reducing by 1, and after moving downward, each of them are also reducing by 1, and this. Okay. So, after this, I've completed 10. I need to move to 9, and I will come repeat the same for 9. So, this is I'm solve. If you can see, I'm solving this question layer by layer. So, after completing one layer, I will go to another layer, which is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and it's also given that n is odd number, so there will always be one in the center. If n wasn't an odd number, there would have been 2 4 6, there would been 1 2 3 4 in the center, because it would form a square. It won't have a single digit inside the center if n was even. I think you have that much brain. Okay, so we are going to solve this. So what is this? 25. 25 is index 00, and this is index 01. 24 is index 01. This is index 02. All the index remains same, and this becomes 04. Correct or not correct? Okay, this becomes 04. Okay, so what we're doing is moving through 5 elements from index 0 to index 4. After that, what we're doing is we have uploaded the value 25, 24 inside. Okay, so we are going to do this in C. So first, for what we're going to do is include, and always remember hashtag include stdio dot h. I haven't slept for so long, but we're going to still do the question. Okay, include stdio.h. This is standard input output library. If you already know a little, I don't know. I don't know the C language, but I know this much. My primary language I'm currently working on is Java, but the college requires me to answer the questions in C. Okay, so we have given something like this. What we're going to do is 0 0. Okay, first we will wrote what we're going to do. Okay, so we are going to solve this problem is in layers. Okay, layers. Okay, we are first going to stand on the outermost layer. Then we are going to move to the inside of the layer. Then we are going to move to inside of the layer. So we are going to move from layer by layer. So we are going to uh, so initially we are going to stand on layer one. So I will say int layer uh, layer is equals to 1. I could have also taken layer 0, but I don't want to take layer 0 because layer won't be inside of an array. Okay, int layer is equals to 0. First is er. We are moving layer by layer. Okay, I've seen this much. Okay, and how does this layer works? We're going to either we are going to move 5 element to right, 4 element to down, 4 element left, and 3 element up. So you can see that what is my layer. The primary 5 are just because these were 5. So just 5 minus for if I take the example of 3 by 3 cross, which is 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, then this I will move 3 uh, element right, 2 element down, 2 element left, and 1 element up. So every time it's n minus 2. You can take this much observation on your own. So what we are going what I have observed now, always write what you're thinking out loud. Okay. Okay, so what we're thinking is that how we are going to solve this is we are going to move n elements right, and right. Okay, the next thought that came in my mind is n minus 1 elements down, n minus n minus 1 element down, and minus 1 element left, and n minus 2 lem element up. Okay. Okay, n minus right, down, left, and up. Okay. So what we're going to do is right, down, left, up. Okay. So we're going to do the same. Implement this approach. Okay. And what happens after this approach? Move. Sorry. Move inside the layer. Okay. Move inside the layer. Okay, so what I want to you to see is that how are the elements in the first layer? They are 0 0 0 0 1. What is next going to be 1 4 2 4 4 4 4. And after this, what is going to reduce is my this is row. So okay, so these are columns. Okay, so this will remain my 4. This will become 4 0. This is 4 0 4 1. Sorry. Yeah, this is 3 0. This is will be 1 0. Sorry, 2 0. And this will be 1 0. If you can see this much. Okay. So what you can see that the numbers are in the range from 1 to 5 to n and 0. And 0 to n. Every number present in this loop from in right to left, they are from 0. The j, the ij for I, the row and column. The columns are from 0 to 4. Uh, and while going down, the rows are from uh, 1 to 4 away, and in while going left, the rows are from sorry, the columns are from 3 to 0, and after while going up, yeah, so the maximum it can be is n. But when I move inside the layer, what happens is uh what happened is my daddy happened, mama called me up, no money coming. Okay, let's just move forward. Okay, sorry. Uh, when we move downwards, what is this element? Is 1 1, correct or not correct? Correct. 1 1. It's 0 1, and we move forward. It's 1 1. It's 1 1, and it's 1 2. Sorry, 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 3. And it's okay. So as you can see, the range is reduced from uh 0 to 4 to 1 to 3. What does this show? That my starting range has increased by 1, and my ending range has decreased by 1. Uh, for also for my That's why my previously is from 0, and my I was from 0 to j, and my j is from 0 to j. Now my I is starting from 1, and my j is starting ending is at 3. So for both my I has incremented permanently for 1, and my j has decremented for the maximum minimum value permanently for 3. So we are going to do is do the same. What we're going to do is that what exactly we are going to do is that when we move inside the layer, how whenever we move inside the layer, what we're going to do is that after moving inside the layer, uh, the layer will have to increment something and decrement something. And what is this something? It will be the range for I'm going to iterate 1 2 3 4 loops, and after moving inside the range, the loops have to change. So till when I'm going to fill this layer is I'm going to put my layer is equals to 0 Why? You will understand later, because initially I don't want any effect of layer. That's why I'm moving, and I'm going to create a while loop. While, uh, sorry, while LAY layer is not as equals to, sorry, it's not as equals to, what's not equal to, for 5 it has to run 1 2. Should I can input the value of the middle element by myself. I'm not going to take put, but it's consider nice to put it by myself, but I'm not currently putting. For it's 2, for how many element? After 5 there was going to be 5 6 7, so it's going to be 3. So what is every time 7? 5 minus 2, 5 minus 6 2, 7 minus, okay, so it's changing every time. So what I'm going to do is that put my terminating condition is that when my I and j had become equal. When do my I and j, and no, not equal. When I reach to the, I'm moving in a spiral, so I have to stop when I reach inside the middle element. Okay, okay. So when my layer reaches this, I have to move. Okay, so I'm not going to put my loop on layer. What I'm going to do is, uh, the first thing I should do is create an array, uh, int a array. Its size, its dimension are obviously going to be n comma n. Int array. Okay, okay, where currently layer is equals to 0. Okay, how long are trying to run is this? How, what is my when I reach here? What is here n by 2? Not this is 5. We have 5 elements. The index is going to be 4. For this 0 and this 0 2. The has n, you all of it, every time it's going to be n by 2. Why? Because my large index is 4. 4 by 2 is what? N. Sorry, 4 by 2 is what? Middle element 2, 0 1 2, 0 2. Middle element. Even when it's 7, what is 7? Yeah, it's, what is the last index of 7? If I take n, what is the, what I'm saying is that n is 5. While if I'm moving every time, what are the variables which are moving? X, and we have to take some variables. Okay, let's just remove the while loop. We will apply it afterwards. First, let's implement. Okay, what we cannot figure out is how to create a while loop, and when, what is the terminating condition for while loop. So I want, what I'm doing, going in a spiral, going layer by layer. If I, and the last element becomes fun, then it's going to be over. So how will I do that? How can I tell it that I have reached my most middlemost element? What is the middlemost element? It has the index n by 2, n by 2. N by 2 is 4, 4 by 2, 2. For here, it's also going to be same. Because for 7 elements, the index will be 6. And third element is going to be what? What I'm saying is that uh, 0 to 6, 7 element. What is the third element? And third, it's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Three elements on the right, three elements on the left. So third becomes directly becomes my middle element. Okay, so we're going to okay. So every time it's n by two, n by two, but I'm not. Uh, okay, I understood. Okay, should we create two variables that are going to move alongside it? Okay, first an elements to the right. From we're going to from left to right. So how will you do that? Our first element, we are going to use uh, for loop, and I is equals to zero. I is less than what is okay. So every time our logic for the for loop is going to remain the same. This is known as putting things in. Uh, what is I is less than? I is less than n. I is less than n. I plus plus. Now this is not n. What is this? This is not n. This is I is less than n plus layer when what I'm trying to do is that it doesn't have to run from I is not is equals to zero. I is equals to zero. Layer. Now you will see what I was saying. Okay. N minus layer. Okay. This is going to be why it's like this, because every time the range of my working is reducing. So this is the very correct implementation. Why? Because for this why I for this loop, how am I moving? And I also don't have to implement for two for loops inside of each other, nested for loop. And why? Because I'm moving in a one list. I'm always moving. I'm never arranging my element in 2D way. I'm always accessing 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 0 4. After I'm done with this, I will access uh what 1 4 2 4 3 4. My never changes. So for that reason, it becomes also easy for me to implement. It will be a optimal solution too. Okay, so for int I is equals to layer, I is less than n minus layer. Why do I write like this? Why do I write like this? You tell me. I write like this because uh, don't write because every time layer increments, I go inside the. I'm currently on the zeroth layer. When I go to the first, if I say this is my zeroth layer, when I go into the first layer, what is going to happen is uh, I'm going to move inside. After my zeroth layer, I'm going to move the first layer and my layer. So the starting range become one. That is what I always wanted. My starting range has become one. Why? Because I have moved to the layer one and layer has incremented. And as my ending range has to reduce by one because it's become three. So, okay. So this is pretty much correct. Okay. Okay. Uh, for int I goes to layer, I is less than n minus layer, I plus plus. Okay. What we're going to do is uh, start from here, and what we're going to create a variable int temp is equals to n multiplied by n. Okay, so it's n square. So it always has to start from n square. So int, sorry, my mistake. ARR. What is the here? It's currently it's 0 1 2 3 4. After going after changing what the loop, it's what's going to you 0 0 0 1 for I am talking about I. What's I always going to be? I is never changing. Okay, so for this loop, I want to say that I want to take this in terms of j. Why j? Because this in this loop, j is the only one changing, so it will be easy for me to see. Okay, I plus plus. Okay, so I always remain same. What is the value of I zero? After going to what? Uh, Take observation. The layer is also becomes zero. After going inside, what is my I becomes? It always becomes one for moving left to right, and range is reduced. This is the reduction of j range, and so I can say that layer is my I, and say that what is my j? J is what? J is my j. What's value going to be? 10. And after, if this loop runs even for once, what I want to do is reduce the value of j, or temp. Temp minus minus. See, correct or not correct? I don't. I have. I don't have much experience writing in C, so I really don't know that it's correct or not. But it seems like that we have done pretty much good job till right now. Now we're going to move to this part. Okay, what is this part? After moving this part, what we have done is that, remember this part only have four elements. So we are going to start this part is going to run n minus one times. Correct or not correct? This, and what is changing here is, what is changing here? This is my 04. This is my 14. This is my 24. This is my 34. This is my 44. Okay, this is it's here. It's my 44. So what's changing? It's j is not changing, I is changing. So I'm going to create another for loop. Okay, for int I is equals to 0. I is less than. Now what is I going? I have to, when I move inside. What is I? For here, I is not equals to 0 initially. I is equals to 1. Or should I say I is equals to layer plus 1, because here what is I? It's 1. When I move this I is going to be 2, 3, if I'm not wrong. So it's going to be for this two element only, because this has my left to right has taken till 1, 3. So can I say that what is my I in this case? This is my, what is my I in this case? It's what? For in this case, what is my I? It's it's my layer plus 1. So it's not is equals to 0, it's is equals to layer plus 1. Correct or not correct? And I is less than what? I is less than, I is less than what? What is going to be I less than? Till what value does I have to run? Uh, 4, 4. So I have to change till what value is less than n. But it does it always is less than n. What is 3, 3? 3, 3. Well, while I'm iterating through I, what is this? It's the same for the previous one. What's n minus layer? Got it or not? Why n minus layer? Because of the same reason. It what it could have, for when layer is equals to 0, when I'm on my outermost layer, it run till n, which is less than n, which is 4. And after this, it's going to my layer is going to increment by 1. So what's going to happen is 3, 3, 3. Uh, so it's only going to run till 3. And for my it's starting element. What is starting element? It's layer plus one. Currently layer is equals to zero. It's going to begin from two. So I wrote it like this. And n minus one. And what is my terminating condition for loop when I is less than n minus layer? For this, and what is n minus layer? This is four. After, and what is n minus layer? This is three. Okay. Okay. So I have, this is pretty much clear. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is well, wait a second. I'm going to increment my I. Okay. Okay. I incremented my I, and now I'm going to move forward. Uh, one. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Now my ARR. What's my I is changing? I. And what is my J is going to be? It's going to remain constant. What is the value of this constant is going to be? For this case, what is this? What is this? You tell me. What is this? Previously, what it was layer because it was zero. For but for this, what is this? This is what? What is this? Index four. It's going to be for its index three. So it's of course n minus one. And for when and for while considering that we're moving through layers, I have to put LA by ERY because for after it's become uh rather than four, it's become for three, and then it's one for two. Okay, am I correct? Yes, I'm correct. And don't tell me that this is this for this column. It's going to be because we're moving downward, and we will never move for this column and downward. The only columns for which we can move downwards are on the right side. Correct. All right. So we're going to move forward. We're going to move towards left, and then we're going to move towards left. What's this value going to be? Temp. Why? Uh, I should have I had taken temp or I've taken some other value. So after giving the last element's value, which is 21, the temp has actually reduced. So its value now become 20. So moving down and providing into value actually makes sense. So this is all correct. What we want to do is same, reduce the value of temp minus minus. Okay. Now we want to move m left. Okay. N minus element left. How we going to move to n minus element left? We are standing on here. We are going to move one, two, three. So what is changing over here is my I changing or is my J changing? So you can easily see it's my J changing. So I'm going to implement the same loop. Okay. For int J is equals to, what is J is equals to? Uh, it's just like previously. It's for this. What is three? For this, what is going to be? I okay. What is this? This is three comma three. Eh? This is three comma two. Yeah, so this is three comma two. Wait a second. I should clean it up a little bit. Okay. So what is this? Okay, I'm moving towards right. So And for this case, I will move all this way, and when I'm inside my loop, I'll move for this way. So far, in outside of the loop, how much it's changing? It's changing from this is 4 comma 4. So what is this going to be? It's going to be 4 comma 3. So what's you can see it's always beginning from n-2. Sorry, it's always beginning from n-2, and for in this case, and this is n minus. What's this case? It's 3 and 2. This is target. Where? So my target, I will minus the target. So what is j? n-2. What's minus target? Target currently is also 0. It says also n-2 minus target. I am pretty much clear that the n-1 is for the reason that the in arrays work for index which is less than its size. Like for the size 5, the index is 4, and the n-2 is that we have already taken the last element. We are moving one after the last element. That's why it's become n-2. And why target? The target is the reason to move from. Sorry, what am I? Why am I writing target? What is this? Layer. Layer. Okay, sorry. Why layer? Because I have to consider each effect of each layer when I'm moving forward. And I have taken the example that when I'm going inside, my layer get increment by my layer variable get incremented by 1, and it my j is incremented by -1. Sorry, decremented by -1. Okay, also get decremented by 1. What am I saying? Okay, so I've done this much. What I'm going to do is move. What is j's terminating condition going to be? What's that j becomes, in this case j becomes 0. And what is wait a second. So j becomes 0, and considering the effect of what layer, then in this case j becomes 1. So basically I can say that j becomes target. So when j is less than what, until when, while j is greater than, or should I say j is greater than equal to target. Sorry. Uh, why am I saying target? I have recently solved the searching problems, na? So that's why I'm saying target and target again. Okay, so J is going to begin from 3, and that's okay, and it's going to be less than layer, which is going to be 0, and this one. Okay, okay. And what J minus minus, or should I say J plus plus? What is J is going to value to be? Uh-huh. J minus minus should be J minus minus because it's starting from this value and have to become 0. So this is J minus minus best suited for this. Okay, and we are going to provide the value that ARR. This is the J implementation, na? Yeah. So ARR, what is I is always going to be For this case, it's 4. For this case, which is what is n minus 1. And for this case, after moving, it's going to be 3, which is which is target. So what? It's n minus 1 minus, what, not so target layer. Why am I saying target again? Okay. And for what it's going to be for this one, it's going to be there. It's going to become temp, temp minus minus. Okay, now what we are going to do is move two elements up. So how would we move two elements up? Uh, so we have provided till that this we are going to move two elements. Uh, for in this case we are going to move n minus is 5 elements up. Okay, so we have to move 5 elements up. Let's see. 0. Okay, okay, so it's going to move n minus 2, which is 3 times. So what's this value is going to be? It's my iterating to my I. Okay, so I will create a for loop again. For int I is equals to, what's I? It's my largest is what, n minus 2, because I've taken the last value in my previous iteration. That's become n minus 1 and 1 again minus 1 and minus 2 and minus target. Sorry, minus what layer? Why minus layer? Because I am considering the effect of moving from one layer one by one. Okay, so I've moved like this. Okay, okay, I've moved like this. 12, 11, 10. Okay, so this is my what is starting condition. When it's going to end? Uh, for here, when it ended, uh, it ended on 1, which is what, target plus 1. And here it ended on what, when target becomes 1, so 1 plus 1. It ended on 2. So what? Okay, so target plus 1. Okay, so what is going to be? Is going to be I is has to be greater than equal to so target what is sorry, layer plus 1, I minus minus. And I'm going to do the same. What same? That one ARR. What is my I is going to be? I is going to be I. Okay, what is my J is going to be? So for the value of J, what is this right now? This is 0, which is what? Layer. And when you move for inside, it becomes 1. So this is what? Layer. Very stuff. What does this become? Temp. Now I don't have to worry about that. In all these 4 cases, the temp only run for how long the loop runs. So I don't have to worry about in each case the temp is not reducing 5 times, it's reducing every time for the loop run. What I'm trying to say is that for the outer layer, temp reduces by 5 times, it reduces by 4 times, it reduces by 4 times, it reduces by 3 times. Okay, but inside this case it won't reduce by 5 times, it has to reduce by 3 times. So it is all already automatically been taken care of. Why? How? Because the temp is not reducing by some other constraint, such as n minus 1 and minus 2 times. It is reducing by the constraints of for loop, which are already taken care of layer, and also the spiral that we're trying to form. Okay, okay, okay. So we have done this. We have done this. We have done this. Okay. My laptop is getting overheated again and again, and it's going to explode, I think. So I will clean the fans tomorrow. Or should I clean them right now? What is? Should I clean the surface? Yes, I should. Wait a second. Clean surface. Yes. Wait a second. I should get an air purifier. I don't know how much they are costing these days, but they really take care of dust, and I don't want laptop to get the goosh. Okay, it's fine. Automatically reduce its when it became cool. It automatically reduces its capacity. Oh, what fan speed? I think so. My laptop is broken. Need to get a new one. My parents are going to kill me. Okay, now we have cleared the goosh. I think so everything should run perfectly fine. Okay, we have taken care of the. Okay, so were we? Okay, the laptop also has suction pad which doesn't allow it to fall, but due to dust, it wasn't able to create suction. Now it's more stable and legit. Okay, so we have provided the value of temp in this case, and we're going to reduce temp minus minus. Okay, we have done this. It's also it's taken care of. Okay, inside the layer. So what I'm going to do is reduce the increment the temp plus plus. Oh, sorry. Layer. I'm going to increment layer plus plus. How long do I have to do it? If you really are a little bit intelligent, then you can tell that the last value of temp is going to become be one. So when temp after providing the value, how is it going to every time? So after two, it's going to reduce the temp, and what it's going to do is make this thing one. What it's going to make the temp one? It's going to run for one. Just after reduced and temp is becoming one. So what I can do is provide this implementation by myself. So uh, I'm going to create a while case while uh, temp is not is equals to one. Temp is not is equals to one. What I'm going to do is right now is what there is equals to while temp is not is equals to one. do this, and when temps becomes 1, what we're going to do is just implement the value. What is ARR n divided by 2, n divided by 2 is going to become 1. Okay. Now what we're going to do is print the array. Print the array. How are we going to print the array? For loop. For int I is equals to 0, I is less than. We can't use arr dot length because this is not Java, so we have to type n I plus plus for int j is equals to 0, j is less than n j plus plus. I do. Okay. What is that? When you move right and down, uh, when you move right and down, I is increasing. Oh, sorry, j is first increasing and then I is increasing, and we're for when we are going in opposite direction, both of the things are reducing. So that's why when we are moving right, it's j plus plus and I plus plus, and when we're moving left, how when we move right, it's j plus plus. So afterwards, it will be j minus minus. When we move left, and when we move up, it was I plus plus. So when we move down, sorry, when we move down, it was I plus plus. When we move up, it's of course going to be I minus minus. And for the last value, I have taken care of. I provided. Okay, so where is the while loop ending? Okay, okay. Actually, this is supposed to be below my comment. Well, it's not an issue, but I have written everything below my comment, so it will be easy to okay print the array. Okay. Uh, what value? This one. Okay, I've told this print the array. What is the array going to be? For int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. For int j is equals to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus. Inside this, system dot out dot print are okay. So this doesn't have the system dot what it does have. What it does have is that what do we say that print. Okay, sorry. We have standard input and output. Printf. Why printf? This is formatted. Okay. So as we are printing, we have taken int. So as you're printing int, what you're going to do is percentage d comma, if I'm writing it correct, I am forgot what we're supposed to write, but if I'm saying percentage d, what if you're taking the d represent? Okay, this is known as formatted printing. When we use print format, prints the value in specific format. Okay, so it has something like this. Uh, ARR I comma j, if I'm correct. No, I don't have. I don't need to create the main function, na? Yeah, print main. I really have the bad habit of system Java. A smart person should able to, if not in just terms of coding, a faster and more sharper mind should be able to change its direction and implementation every time. If I am only able to write things in Java, that means that I am not that smart, and I am only learning things. Uh, then I am only learning things. I'm not really understanding them. If I truly was understanding them, then the language wouldn't have mattered that much. But since they are this, I'm performing the action in instincts. So okay, so there's T% or percent. How do let's see how to print things and see what is this N? Okay, okay, okay. Sorry. Int N is equals to let's say 5. All right. Uh, Now the percentage D. How to print things and see how to print thing and see. C printf function in the stdio library. Okay. We have to also write return 0. That is what might have been causing. Okay, so after each, what was that? Where? Okay, okay. The value of okay, so we need to write it in. This is a string. Okay, percentage d is a string. So it should run. Oh damn! After each of them, there is space, and after completing them, uh, printf, we are going to print the new line operator. I don't. Many people doesn't remember that it is up or not. So I see numerator is always up. So it's going to be the slash is going to be this one, which is the numerator is up. I remember it by this. You can also remember it by something. So what's going 25, 21, 10, 9, 8, 20. What's okay, so 20. Okay. So there is really there's one thing in Java we can. This is 2D. What does 2D does is really is that it reverse the order and put one forward, uh, and it creates a beautiful square like this. This is going to be it's always three. So okay, this is three. This is nine. Nine is odd, so I can of course put it. And for what I if I say 100, 100 is even. So if 100 is even, in the center there is not, this will break, I think so, because in the center uh all, yeah, it breaks. It created infinite for loop because the thing is that the temp never becomes one, and it's control z. How do we control z? Control c. Control plus what? Okay, so we are not going to how we're going to handle this. Now they actually told us that it's odd, so this question should be correct, but should I say I always want to try something. This temp refactor No refactoring available. How to change the name of all the variables together with the same name used in a code together in VS Code. There's thing which can change this or which can change everyone's name. Best method. Yes. Top of the variable. Okay, this is temp. Just going to place. Wait a second. F2. Type the new variable name. F2. What is? Place the cursor on the variable name. Yeah, it's not working. No. Type the new variable. Very nice. What is F2? F2 does nothing. Shift F2 क्या? Refactor. It's doing nothing. 2 is doing nothing. Got it. It's very common. Basically, not your fault. Let's fix it. For C, rename symbol only for if language server. See, okay, my file name is control plus S. Uh, I don't want to install anything here. Yes, I don't want to use the F2 method. Tell me other method which for which I don't have to install anything and change anything. Perfect. The only multi-cursor editing. Select the video. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have to okay control plus shift plus capital how okay this is nice enough. Control plus shift plus L. Okay, so what what I'm thinking is rather than temp I should say this is val value would be more nice. Okay, very nice. uh, Assuming that what do we call that, assuming that n is not even class for given is an odd number. ठीक है, for example, okay, so what reset. Okay, so we have solved this question. I don't know how much time did we take, but the problem is the thing is that we're learning right now. Okay, so we took 1 hour to solve one of our assignment question, but the people might but I have now completely understood the question. I can do this in less than 1 hour, because now I have understood that when we move to right and left and down, and how value increase, value increases, temp increases. All right. Uh, what is how it's string percentage t I plus plus remove. Oh, sorry, control plus z. What did I just did now? Or I've taken everything down. Okay, so this is one pretty nice solution. I think so. Pretty optimal too. We can check the complexity. Let's see what's the complexity is. So this is uh n. This is n. And how long is this going to be run? Is uh for 5 it ran the while loop. One for one layer, layer 0, layer 1. If there was 3, then it only with layer 1. And it's for 7. How much layer would it have been? So layer 0, layer 1, layer 2, layer 0, layer 1, layer 2. So there would have been 3 layers. Okay. So loop would have run 3 times. Okay. Okay. So there would have been 3 layers. Oh, I have 0, 1, 2, 3. So it would have run 3 times. So as I'm increasing the number n, every time I'm going to another odd number. Uh, so when I'm increasing n plus 2, what's happening is I'm getting one more layer. So it's what is it's almost n square. How? Because for uh, it's n for very short values it's n. You can say that for very short value it's n, but for longer values it's n square. If I uh analyze complexity, it's going to say very nice. What is complexity? Increase and constant time complexity. Oh, sorry. Control plus C, control plus C, control plus V. It run. It's what? Okay, so it says that we have 0 plus n square. So it's n square. Why not n cube common? No, I never thought it is n cube. This is n square complexity. What we're going to do? See, it's one second. ChatGPT is telling us that to give a very rough representation, it's saying that if you are filling a matrix, then it is sure that when you increase n by whatever value, it's the number of elements in the matrix are going to increase by the square of that value, and you have to fill every value. So at the variant, what are the total number of programs? What are the total number of times a program are going to run? N square times. Of course, I had to run n square times because you have to fill every element in the array. So whenever increasing n, it's only going to show the complexities n square. We're not seeing it like this, but if you want to see it like this, you can say that uh, it's n square. Okay. Okay. So we have done one of our questions. We can move to another question. Uh, we can. Okay. Let's see that is stream stopped. Okay. So it's working just fine. Okay. Let's move towards the next problem. Okay, write a program to find the second highest palindrome assignment of the digit of n that is greater than. Okay. For certain reasons, I cannot show you uh, uh, the heading of the assignment or other things because I think so. These things are confidential to the college, so I cannot show you to which college does it belongs. But assume that these are normal kind of questions. No need to taken from any other university. You have these are famous questions. You might have seen them somewhere around. Okay, write a program to find the next highest palindromic arrangement of the digit n that is greater than the original number. If no such uh, agreement exists, you have to output -1 arrangement. Okay, write a program to find the next highest palindromic arrangement of the digits of n such that. Okay, so we are going to look towards example. Our input is 3 5. Okay, and the next high is okay. So we are just the next highest. We are not trying to find the highest. We are just finding the next highest. So no higher palindromic permutation is possible, so that output is okay. Okay, so we are going to move towards the next problem. Problem number one is solved. Everything is complete. Okay, and just to copy this much, control plus C, control plus V, return 0, return 0, and bracket close. Okay. Okay, my phone is switched off. Okay, why do my laptop get so much hyped up now? And so, okay, okay. For yeah, for previous code, let's see if we can do anything. Uh, we can add an statement about if, but the very is that it becomes fun. बातों में बातें तेरी रातें सौगातें तेरी मेरा न मुझ में कुछ रहा हुआ क्या मैं कहीं भी जाता हूँ तुमसे ही मिल जाता हूँ ही तुमसे ही हर घड़ी कहलाती है नया साल आ जाता है हर साल यार मतलब चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Okay, so what we are doing here is write a program to find the next highest palindromic arrangement of digit that is greater than the original number. If no such arrangement exists, you should output -1, for example. Okay, so we have taken the number 354453. Okay, so what we're trying to do is palindrome 3 5. What if I was on 3 5 double 4 double 4 5 3, and they have asked and sorry input next highest next. What is the spelling of highest? uh Fun fact, I can speak, I can spell uh highest. Okay, HIGHEST. I wrote it correct. Highest. Palend Palindrome. Is it palindrome spelling correct? What is PALINDRO? PALINDROM. Palindrome. PALINDROM. Okay, okay, this is the correct if they. Okay. So what is next? What is next has palindrome is, if we change the digit, it's spinning for 3. So it can be. Okay, let's just suppose digits for like this: 3 4 5 5 4 3. Then its palindrome would have just changed, interchanged 4 and 5. So if we really pay attention, we only have to look at the first 3 digits. And okay, so what I should first seek the possible inputs. Okay, okay. I- uh, Possible inputs. So my possible inputs can be 0. Okay, and its palindrome is going to be -1. Wait a second. How to possible? Okay, what can be my possible inputs? One is 0. Another one is what? 1. And inputs. Inputs. Okay, 1 to 9 would have the answer -1, if I'm not wrong. Correct or not correct? 1 to 9 has the possible answer. Or 10 and all the others would have the answer of -1. Is it compulsory that the find the find? Oh. Okay, so I think so. The number is always going to be palindrome. So is one it's is one can be considered as palindrome? Well, technically speaking, reversing one digit is out of the question. So one should not be considered as a palindrome, but uh, so I'm thinking, but as a sign and for a good programmer, it's always considered to consider all the possible things. So I have also taken the one digit numbers. For two digit number, there can be no higher palindrome. Okay, okay. So for two digit number, like 22, possible inputs. For example, for 11 to 99, the answer is going to be still -1. Okay. Okay, it's smart. It has considered. Okay. For 1 to 9 answer, 1 minus 1, for 11 to 99 answers. Okay, for 3 digit numbers, uh, like 131, sorry, 111, 111, 111, comma, 121, there could have 2, 989, 999. The answer is still minus 1 because why was in the case for one if the numbers are 3 digits, then the only 2 digits are going to be responsible for the formation of palindrome. Wow. If you don't know what palindrome is when you reverse the number and result in the same number, it's known as palindrome. If there are 3 digits or odd number of digits, then the middle element always remain in the middle, and the rest of the elements are reverse of each other. So this 1 2 and 8 after reversal, this all only going to, so only the one is responsible, and we can in what the only possible polynomial, this is for one, we cannot rearrange the digits any after. Okay, what is, so for this, for all the three cases, it's this and this. Okay. Okay, so what can be my other approach is that 1112. Okay, after 4 digits number. So it is true that if my input has to, in order to take a possible answer, my input has to be minus 1. Okay, what should I name it? Should I name it palindrome? Okay, I will name it. Okay, I can, what I can do is create another function. Function is uh int, it's going to be return type int by align dron, if I'm correct. Okay, what's going to take is take an input type integer, uh, int num, and what we're going to do is perform all the operation on num. Okay, so these are a possible set of inputs. What, so it is always true that my num is going to be greater than. Okay, so I can write that if my, it's all, I can write that my, what is my terminating condition, are it return minus 1. If you don't find an answer, what you want to return is minus 1. All right, if I'm only going to run my program if my number of digits. Okay, how can we find number of digits? We have ma math dot log 10, and what, math dot log 10, uh and what is num plus 1. This is one, this is, can be the fastest way of finding number of digits. And if a number of digits are what, these are number of digits. Okay, I should create another variable which stores number of digits. Number int number number of number of digits. Number of digits. Okay, so what's number of digits going to be? Num of what's number of digits going to be? It's going to be equal to I'm math dot log 10 base num plus 1. Any doubt? Okay, if you don't get what that log 10 base does is, and think of it as if log 10 base, whatever the input I give, if I give input, think log 10 base works like this, that the the value num or whatever the value given here, it works like this. What should be the power of 10 so it result in num? Log work like this. So what does log work like this? Why does the log work like this is another topic. But what is log 10 basis? What should be the power? What should be the power of 10 so that my answer becomes num? Okay. So what should be the power of 10 so that my answer is num? So how will I find it? Okay. So what? Okay. So let's say it was 100. So what was the power of 100? Power 2. And if I did plus 1, it's 3. Okay. And I have to convert it into integer. Int, okay. Int math.log. Why did I convert it into integer? Because think of it like I have came up with 50. Let's just say that I came with 50. How many digits does 50 have? 50 have 2. So the log is asking what should be the power of 10 so that my answer becomes 50. Now, if I put the power of 10 once, the answer is 10. If I put the answer 2, my answer is of if I put uh, my answer 1, if I put num as 10, my answer is 1. If I put num as 100, my answer is 2. So for 50, my answer should be between 1 and 2. So it's 1 point something. And 1 point something, when I convert it into integer, it becomes 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So number of digits are 2. And it's going to follow the same pattern for everything. So that is why it's correct. So that's if I had it would have been give me a floating point value, and I didn't want a floating point value, so that's why I've converted into this. In Java, I think so. We use double as for floating point value. So okay, let's leave it and move forward. Int log. Okay, okay. Number of digits is equals to this. Okay, if number of digits are greater than 3, then only talk to me. Else return -1. Because there will be no more greater than palindromes available for this. Okay. Okay. Currently, we are only working on logic. We are not making a system. That's why I'm not focusing on that. The number should always be greater than number of digits should always be greater than. Well, log cannot result in the value. Well, log can actually result in the value the of minus if num is in point would have converted into point. Okay. Okay. The thing I'm saying that we are not working on a real life system, so the number of digits are I'm trying to say that the inputs can also be my negative and other things. I'm not checking for them because what we're not developing a real time system. We're solving college assignments, and I'm pretty much sure they're only asking me for the logic and not creating a real life system that checks for every that number shouldn't be minus. They have provided the constraint that they are providing the palindrome and the answer they have given is a palindrome and it's not negative. Okay. Okay. If number of digits are greater than 3, what we're going to do right now is math.log num is also greater than 1. Okay. So what we're going to do next is going to solve the problem. If number of digits then already talk to me, other my return value is -1. Okay. Okay, these are my possible digits. What can be my other possible digits? 11111. What or I should there will be no possible digits or any number repeating same. So if what all the digits of the number are same, then there are 11111 2 999 111 comma 22222 comma 33333, comma as a 99999. These all result in -1 as an answer. What what situation? What do I need to have to solve the problem? The first, and also there could have been even and odd number of digits. If there are even number of digits, what will it look like? One, two, two, one. Okay. So the next highest palindrome is 211. Correct or not correct? Correct. Okay. So its answer is not going to -1, it's going to be 2112. Correct? Okay. So if you really see that the big first two digits are only responsible for the change. What I'm trying to say is that uh, if I change it, let's just say that's 12121. This is also palindrome. Okay, the digits might be even, the digits might be odd. We have considered the number of digits, that they all the digits shouldn't be same, and if it's palindrome, all the digits shouldn't be same. At least one digit should be different, and for different digits, their digits can be even, either be even or either be odd. If they are even, we are going to this is the answer, and for this, what the answer is going to remain the same: 21112. Okay, very correct. The only thing responsible for still changing the answer is this. So first we have to check if our answer is even or answer is odd. Okay, and we can solve both of them very easily. What we just have to do is take this 1 and 2, take this 1 and 2 and convert it into 2 and 1. If we have the middle element, we can do two things. uh we only want 1 and 2, and one doesn't, the existence of one will not change anything. It doesn't matter if one exists or not exist. There can be this possibility too: 1 2 1, and the again center element is also, let's just say 3 for sake, and 1 2 1, and its next highest palindrome is going to be 2 1. क्यों होना ही है तेरा ना होना जाने क्यों होना ही है तुमसे ही दिन होता है. Okay, so I'm going to comment this out. Okay. सुरमई शाम आती है तुमसे ही तुमसे ही हर घड़ी कहलाती है जिंदगी. ठीक है. In this case, what is actually mattering is that still the middle element doesn't interfere in changing the what. So what we can do is that in in this case we can do is that only access the first uh okay, for the which doesn't have a middle element, only access the first digits of the first non-mirror digits of palindrome, and take the next highest digit among them, and reverse it and add it again. Or the next thing is we can do is that uh, For middle, what we can do is that do the same, but this time find what middle is uh, separately, and also find what its index is and multiply it to the same powers of 10 and find out the answer. Correct or not correct? Correct. Uh, I think it would be nice to take a little bathroom break. Uh, what is how long we have studied? 1 hour, 40 minutes. Okay. Okay. Even if snow is going to watch, we still have to study hard every day. Okay. We have taken our blanket and we're ready to move forward. Okay. Let's just say that. Let's me see if there's still ghosts in my. I don't. How would we claim the ghost? Well, you can say that I'm also mad. I'm talking to myself. But even if no one sees that, I still like pretending that someone's with me. That you are sitting here studying with me. Okay, let's study more. Okay, let's see what we're going to do next. Is we have you know what? I should clear my terminal. Clear. Okay. If number of digits are greater than three, then we are going to check. We have confirmed this much. We can. How would we check if all the digits are if we can we can add it with this condition only if all the digits are same? Can we? Is there any way to check if all the digits are same? Okay, we'll see it afterwards if all the digits are same. All the digits doesn't have to be same. Even if the number of digits are odd, only else. Uh, what I'm trying to say is that it can also be like this. 999 1999. and palindrome will return with -1 because you cannot do this. So what we have to check is if it's even or it's odd. We have to check the non-mirrored object which is here and its image which is here. So we only have to check the what is our condition. We have came up with a condition. First we have to check if digits are even and odd. Okay, so first you have to check if numbers are greater than it does not return -1, and then we're going to check if digits are greater than uh if, then we have to check the digits which check if the number of digits are even or odd. So we're going to check this right now. Okay, create it's going to create if so I want to create rather than if else I will create two. I will create a condition which I'm going to create two if a condition in which among the works will is going to run. It's the same thing as creating else condition, but I would look more generalized and more cleaner look for this condition. So what I'm going to say is that if number of digits, uh, where is that option? Uh, percentage 2 is equals to 0. This means the number of digits are even and they are greater than 3. This means what we're going to do is find, we only want the digit till this last. Okay. So let's just say that these are even. These are 4. Okay. For what's the index going to be 3? 3 divided by 2 is equals to 1.5. So the first index also automatically give me the first index if I divide it by 2. What I have to do is that if I divide it by 2, what will uh, oh, if I give my okay, this is not an array now. Why am I acting like it's an array? Okay, okay. So what we are going to do is after then we have checked till this much. All right. Uh, let's if we are going to implement two the things. Okay. In this, if if even digits, right? If odd digits, what's going to do is going to create another else statement. Mostly control concludes. Sorry, and I wanted to control the C. But I think we have to import the math library, which is at the rate nc include what is the math class? What is how to use the log operator, sorry, in C. And I don't think so. It's math.log. Logarithm of I, yes, log 10 base h. Okay, so it's log x. It's log 10 log 10x. Okay, it's not math dot. So we cannot indirectly import our library. We have to import it from here. Okay, so it's math.h. What does dot h means? Math.h. What does dot h means? We don't know that. We don't know anything. We're stupid. Okay, so this is if odd digits. Okay, Number of, okay. So this math dot has to go, and this is it. Okay, pretty easy stuff. If number of digits are, if even digits and if odd digits. So if I encounter even digits, there are still going to be two possible outcomes. What possible outcomes there are going to be? Uh, that all digits are same. One possible outcomes that all digits are same. Another possible two digits are same. And if two digits are same, I don't have to worry. So what how would I check if all digits are same, two digits are same, only because the no digits are same, and this kind of situation. So if it's even, then I don't have to worry about the middle element. So I can easily jump. So what I have to do is that whatever my num is, num num what what how many digits does it have? If it has yeah, wait a second. If there are three digits and I divide 1.5, okay, so if there are five digits like this, or five 2 point, okay, so 2.5, okay, so okay, it's middle day, okay, I'm correct, doing correct, okay. So what I'm going to do is create an temporary variable int temp. It has become my habit after doing linked list. I'm just going to store the value of num. I never changes my input variable that easily, but I create a temporary variable. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is that I'm going to take this temporary variable and perform operations according to it. How is it going to perform this operation? You again ask. Okay. So I will show you what I'm talking about. Equals to two. Okay. If temp is equals to num, sorry, if no, sorry, int num, whatever value of num is taken in temp, and if it's even, what we're going to do is now is uh, number of threads are even. We're going to access so how to access this tool in temp? We will just have to remove the last two digits. What is the last two digits and how many digits we have to remove? N by two. Okay. So sorry, temp by two or num by two, whatever it is. Right. So uh, temp is equals to temp minus. Does C program have power operator? No, C does not have a power operator. So we I'm assuming that we can use POW. I am using going to use POW. If not, then I will create my power operator on my own somewhere below it, which will work like it in the future. If my college rejects the POW operator, use of POW operator, then I will create my own POW operator. But since he has allowed us in the math library, then so we can use it. So we are going to use POW. We have already included one of our to help us. Okay, POW most common, including header. Okay, So we have taken POW. What's going to be the power of 2? Sorry. What am I doing? It's temp is also temp minus 2 to 2. Okay. So what is 1 to 1 2? So okay, so 1 to 1 2 minus what it is reducing the last two digits. Okay. Okay, so what is this? Mm-hmm. 2 minus 1 or 21. How do remove? This is times goes to temp minus temp percentage and divided by 2. So what and divided by 2 is going to give us 2. 2 and divided by 2 is that's why I have 2. But I don't want it to divide it by 2. I want it to divide it by 10. QW of 10 to the power 10 comma and divided by 2. So it's how 4 we're going to divide it by 10 to the power 200 or 1000 or so on. Divided by, okay, this whole is divided by the same control plus C plus C control plus V. Very nice. Very stuff. This POW saves so much of my time. Okay, so now what temp become? Temp we have accessed the value 12, and we what we're going to do is next we're going to find the next highest value of temp. Okay, okay, so we have changed the temp. What we're going to do is find the next highest value of temp. How we're going to do this? How will you find temp? How will you find temp? How are you going to find the next highest value of temp? Tell me, or I tell you. We have to follow some sort of approach. Suppose that we have 12. How would we say that taking 21? How can we rearrange the digits? By accessing each one of the digits. Now we have taken this out. How would we know that? We can use any algorithm, sorting algorithm, bubble sort algorithm to move it to change, but this is not an array. So the question is now what to do now? How to do now? The question is what to do now? What we're going to do now? Our hands are tied up. How how to access each element in a integer? How to access each digit separately in an integer while also accessing multiple two digits together so we can compare multiple digits? How can we do this? Any way? Two for loops inside each other. What is two for loops going to do? One is going to run every time. For what two are two for loops going to do it? We need to compare. about I stand on a digit? This we have to find the highest palindrome. No, we don't have to find the. We have to find the next highest. Okay, higher. We have to find the next higher. Now this becomes. If it was the highest, it would be a baby question. The question is to find the next higher palindrome. So the question is to find the next higher number. Do we know how would we find the next higher number? No. So this is the lack of experience. This is the lack of knowledge. This is the lack of thought process. So if we don't know, if we have lack of knowledge, then the knowledge can only be compensated by thought process. So now you're going to think how you're going to do it. So I will open my good notes and see if we can do that. Okay. Okay. Open my good notes. Now let's see that we can do it or not. Okay. So what we're trying to do is that suppose they have taken 21, and we how would we find that to make it happen? Don't make it 12. What happened? This would become 12. This is 1, 2, 3. How would we find the next highest number? It would become 20, 1, 3. Okay. So what is my thinking process? I'm going to stand on this digit and going to check every digit after that. If my digit is sli- uh it says that I interchange. I'm going to use bubble sort and I interchange that value. It becomes 2. It becomes 1. It becomes 3. Now what? Okay, so bubble sort does not work like this. Okay. Yes, sorry, I'm doing bubble sort 1, 2, 3. Which among them is greater? So 2 is greater, so 2 is going to move forward. It's become 1. It's become 3. Okay. What we? Or how would we find the next highest element? The question arises here. Okay, so we need to figure it out on ourselves. Cannot cheat or do anything else. The thing is figuring out how would I find the next highest number. The thing is that. So, what do you guys think? How can we do something like this? 1, 3, 2. Let's suppose that the palindrome, and we don't have thoughts become 2, 3, 1. So we're only going to look these three elements. Now, how would we know next highest number of 1, 1, 3, 2 is? What is the next highest number? It's 2, 2, 3. Sorry, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2. It's going to be 1. Sorry, 2, 1, 3. How can we change? बातों में बातें तेरी, रातें सौगातें तेरी, मेरा मुझ में कुछ रहा हुआ क्या, मैं कहीं भी बैठ पे यार. Okay, how can we do this? How can we do this? 2 and 3. Okay, let me think. We have 2, we have 1, we have 3. How would we figure out the situation? How would we figure out? So, during time like this, when you can't figure out anything, what is to do is move our heads, moving values each other. So, what is the next highest one possible going to be? What is the next highest number? 2 and 3. So, it's going to 2, 3, 1. Okay, so how it's going to do is that it's we have to check the digits from the last of the index, if it makes sense. What it's going to do is that we're standing on 1 and it's standing on 3. Now a random arrangement of the numbers. Uh, I think so. This is only best possible with the help of an array, because using pure looping logic to access and granting number will not generalize for all the possible cases. Because what is the possible cases that these last two numbers are changing, these last two numbers are changing, and 2 and 1 are changing. So are the possible cases. There can be if there are only two swaps, if there are three swaps, then this two will change and this will change. So this is going to cost us lots of algorithm, lots line of course. I can reduce this with the help of and it will reduce, it will cause a mm, it will cost me my space complexity, but it will reduce my time complexity. And so I'm going to go with my time complexity here. And it's also going to reduce me my time for writing the code, because I don't have all day thinking all the possible cases. What I'm going to do is take each of this value and put it inside of array. Okay. What I'm 2, 1, and 3. This now becomes an array. I'm not going to sort the array. What I'm going to do is that this the array is going to begin from the very last. If my last element is greater than my first element, or I can do this now without the array also. What I'm saying is, if my 3 is greater than, if my last element is greater than my second last element, change 2, 3, 1. Okay. And suppose if my element does not change, if my it is greater than last elements, change 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 3, 4, 2. But this is wrong. 3 to 4. So I'm going to run it again. If my this is wrong. So the answer should be 3, 2, 4. So this is incorrect. If 2, 4, 3, the second largest number should be 3 to 4. So this is wrong approach that if I'm standing on last element, moves. Look at the element in front of it. It worked out for a very bit. So we're going to focus on this concept only. Just change, and if okay, so 3 and 2 interchange the value. What we can do is that rearrange everyone and find the one greater than the previous one. It's going to increase our complexity to every time to do, yeah, uh, n to the power n. Sorry, going to increase our complexity to n to the power n. Why? Because when I run through one time, it's when there are two elements, it's what's it's n factorial. N factorial. What is n factorial? N n minus one, n minus two, total what? N minus n. Sorry, n minus. Sorry, two one minus nine till one n square. It's going to so one into power n. How many terms? It's five factorial. There are five terms. Five, four, three, two, one. This one is always going to be one. But what's this? Swiss complexity n factorial, not n square, not n factorial. So this is not the uh, random arrangement. Is not the way to go. Because it become n square, then might take forever for 9 and 10. So rather than n square, what we're going to do? How we're going to do 2, 4, 3? Again, take example 2, 4, 3. Now I've given myself the way of array 2. So how 2, 4, 3. Okay, so we're only going to take this much little help. Is going to find, what is this modulo? Okay, let's study this. Control plus C, Control plus C. How to find, if I've given an int, how to find the next biggest int by rearranging its digits. Suppose that I have given an integer, how to find the next integer bigger than this by rearranging its digits. From the right find the smallest. रातों में बातें तेरी, रातें सौगातें तेरी, मेरा न कुछ रहा क्या। Okay, so we are able to find the logic that if option outside is 1 to 3, okay, let's just say 1, 2, 3. If say that it's a decreasing order, 5, 4, 3. So there can no dates, but let's say that there is 5, 4, 3. Sorry, 5 or 2, 3, 1. This is pivot. We don't care whatever here is. Alright, we're starting from left and until it's decreasing, then everything is fine. This is bullshit here. And secret increased. So 5 foot is decreasing till there. Then what happened? It increased. ठीक है. Go from left to right and find the first index I such that digit I is less than. Okay, so digit I is less than I plus 1. Okay, this pivot. If no such index exists, the digits are in decreasing order. Okay, the smallest we will find 3. Okay. Huh? Something. Huh? What is this and how is this true and how do you came up with this? Tell me everything. One for 10 or for 10. So strictly. Okay, so they're trying to say that if the digits are in decreasing order, then it's obvious that it's the largest because each digit took this is the largest arrangement with those numbers because each previous digit is greater than the last digit. So the digit can never interchange in such manner that it will result in a greater number. Okay. So if they're saying that, start with an array, move forward. If you find something like this, something like digits decreasing, and then okay, this that was nice. That was nice. Okay, 4 2 3. Okay, nice here. So it's asking us, okay, 5 4. What's asking us to uh check where is pivot. So what does pivot mean is that after 3 is greater than 2. Okay, so if don't think about anything else, but we can always switch 3 and 2 to get the next highest number. But the thing is that what is 9 is behind here. What if 9 is behind here? Switching this 2 will result in the smallest. But what if we switch 3 and 9? Switching 3 and 9 will give rise to more. After finding the pivot, which is 3, 9, and 7. Okay, okay. Okay, what should I 7 and 9? 7 and 9. Alright, 3. And we have a 7 here and a 9 here. How long is the stream still going on? It's been almost 2.5 hours. I should go to sleep now or do something else. I might be tired of. Okay, so now I think I should go. I am not in the mood of doing the questions right now. We have done one question and it was, I think so, pretty with pretty optimal solution and pretty optimal answer. Uh, but the thing is that today I wasn't able to figure out this thing and how to. Now I was able to find out, but without using ChatGPT, I wasn't able to find out. So this is the lack of intellect which has caused my brain to gone corrupt. I need to remove this corruption and get back on my logical adaptation process because the load of adaptation will rupture my brain or it's not going to respond if I try to adapt with corrupted brain. Because the thing is that all this is the very stupidly easy thing and was not able to figure it out. Someone like me. So this means the corruption has gone too far because I haven't studied for very long time after JEE mains in advance. I haven't studied anything deeply, deeply or should I say I haven't studied anything. All the things, all the papers, I already knew the solution to them. Uh, so the thing I should do right now is rely on my instincts for answers, or or I can rather go for logical adaptation. What is logical adaptation is that I need to find the maximum information from the given condition that I have to find the next largest number. So what is the next largest? How can I find the next largest number? What I should have done right now rather than looking at the answer instead. That I should have created two or three numbers. I should have first created 111. So this is, I should have first created a number that for any number to rent out, I had figured out that what and take n factorial for brute for a approach. So I might have figured I have to figure out a number 54312 for off and one approach that 543 these two would swap. Now work would have been done here. As these two would have swapped, my work would have been done here. It would become so easy for me if these two would have swapped. So I had to figure out that number. I had to I needed to have this much senses that if number has to be rearranged, uh, what kind of number can it be rearranged to find the next highest number? It is the descending order or number because they are descending because they for the next because then after the next number will never be greater than the previous number. So you can never uh, flip in such way to get a greater number. You will always get a smaller number, because the number which you are going to switch always be smaller than the number which is going to get switched. So that I needed to figure out. It's very stupid. It's stupidly stupid thing. So I needed to figure it out on my own, and after I would have figured out that I needed to figure out that in a fraction of a second. I cannot rely on 5 4 3. Okay, so now after I would have figured it out, I need to start thinking with the more of it, like this 5 9 3 1 2. So till it's increasing. So this, what is this? After 5 9, this was my pivot. 5 was my pivot, or should I say 9 was my pivot? After going here, we're going to find the first larger number. Is it 2? After figuring out something like that, what should I have done is taken the array. But this will hodgepodge things a lot. So what I'm trying to do is that uh, I should create another function to find the next highest number and take them in it and do. So I should create another function so things shouldn't get hodgepodged enough. Okay, so we'll do that next time we'll meet. Right now I should just stop stream. Happy 31st, or should I say what? It's not 31st. Uh, January of the 1st. So happy 2026. Most of you are watching IKEA award or Geo award, or what do they call it nowadays? We haven't done much today. We only did one question, one assignment question, but it was okay. Okay, we have to submit the assignment on 11th. Now we have done almost almost 30% or 40% of the second assignment. If we do each assignment one day, it's going to help us a lot. Uh, we also need to focus on Java and also need to focus on other data structures. Uh, Tomorrow I will be over doing another question. And I will now what today we have learned is more than others might could have ever have. Uh, we today have learned that how would we reverse a number to find, how would we rearrange the number to find the next highest number. This is very important information. We can use it. I also know how to reverse the dates. I can do that too. I've seen it. previously. When I see something, it's become very easy for me. Making original things are also easy, but it require very, very, very high level of adaptation. Seeing something, adapting to something with very low information, because we're creating new things. But we cannot create anything from nothing. There's always string coming from somewhere or somehow or somehow. Uh, for like if we don't know, like we are not gods. We don't know anything already. I didn't know how to find the next highest number till today, but I do now. I could have figured out. I might could have figured it out on my own if I've given some time. But time and money are the things that no one has in excess. So that is the reason I googled it up. I didn't google the whole answer because I didn't want to cheat. I only googled the way of finding the. I only googled the part that I was having trouble in, and I shouldn't have. I should have struggled a little bit more, and it would have. I would have figured it out on my own. But okay, now I know how to do it. Uh, uh, Tomorrow I will get even a more better understanding of how would I do it. Let's just see. Okay, let's see that we have understood it or not. What we're seeing right is where we have an array. Okay, from here to here, we have an array. Okay, in this array, we have an array. Uh, Array of different elements. What we're going to do is check each elements. If starting from the array, if it's in decreasing order, then the beginning part, if in starting it's decreasing order, then in this part you can never swap any element, because in the very beginning, suppose that this is the array is going from here to here. Okay, here to here. In this part, only this part, suppose that's decreasing. Okay, so I can never interchange any number here. Why? Because it always increase me, because the next element is always smaller than the previous element, so it's always going to give me a smaller answer. All right, if I swap any number here. Okay, when I find pivot, or should I say when this decreasing order loop breaks. So this for this element, what I'm going to s- see is the element just before decreasing. So what I'm going to do is, if I find nothing, I can swap these two, just the last two element, because the last element was in decreasing. So I can just swap these two element, the pivot and the one which is at the last of the decreasing array. Or suppose that there are more elements in front of the pivot, I have to look them too. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to look from right. After looking from right, I'm going to find a number which is greater than this. uh, I'm going to find a number which is greater than this. What this? The pivot. Okay, I'm going to find the number which is greater than the pivot. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to interchange this number and pivot. What is this going to do? What is this going to do? Yeah, okay, I haven't understand what is it, but I have gotten a small idea. I will try to figure it out on my own. Reading something doesn't give you its complete accessibility. You have to adapt to it in your own mind. So, in order to achieve the knowledge, in order to obtain the knowledge in your domain, uh, even if I look, even if I read, if the what were the constraints of reversing, even if I read it doesn't guarantee that I still get it. So that's why uh read only now. Okay, I have read this, I have done this. I Even if you read it thousands of times, you cannot uh adapt to it, and you cannot make it this move in your arsenal. If you want this move to become your weapon, then the thing you have to do is that uh illiterate in your mind, illiterate it like a loop in your mind, illiterate every uh illiterate every program, or program, or should illiterate every algorithm or every step it might take to change it, and illiterate in your mind, and see if you are able to illiterate it without any help or not. If you are able to illiterate it, then means this is now you have figured it out all by yourself, and now this belongs to, and you will remember it for the rest of your life at most. So for today, this is it. uh, we'll meet sometime again, as no one is in the chat, and no was ever was. No one was ever was. I am talking to myself for the last I don't know how many hours, but I did something useful, and I am proud of it. There are other assignment question also. There are also another assignment question. Another question takes input of size integer and print true if the absolute difference between each adjacent pair of is strictly in increasing order. For example, so these are all uh th- 137. Okay, so these are all questions which, okay, so these all questions are really nice, and I really appreciate these questions uh which were provided to my faculty. uh Illustrating these questions really give me a sense of thinking, and these questions are of really good level. uh you know what the real thing is that these questions are really uh, almost at that kind of level that you shouldn't the thing is that these kind of questions, if someone do it by themselves, they can crack any kind of package. It is for sure. Any kind of package, any kind of job, any kind of, even he will be much smarter than others. Erika, he might even be able to take in CP, competitive programming, and take part in competitive. He might be able to score a nice name and rank for him in competitive programming. And the next thing, in all, he can also do different things, or all sort of different things that require logic and reasoning and thinking. He might even become a entrepreneur, because these all are also the traits of entrepreneur. He can succeed, he can basically succeed in life. He's more intelligent and a higher level of being or human than other, smarter level of human than other. But the main problem is that uh, what people are doing is, people are what doing, answering, searching its answer, not adding it to their domain. After learning the answer after they have seen the answer, not thinking about how would they have reached to the solution. They only, what do, they don't get it, they google it, ChatGPT it, ChatGPT tell them the answer. They try to, okay, so if something like this came, we have to do this. How they, what did they learn? They learned how to reverse the digits, to find how to arrange the digits to find the next highest number, and they keep this much. You don't have to study this, you have to study as how, if you would have never known, if you never had ChatGPT, how would you would have figured it out just by yourself? because in exam you're not going to get chat gpt. In exam, if any new concept or any new thing going to came to you in your life, every chat gpt only responds to things that have been done. Chat gpt cannot think more than a human. ChatGPT, the bulb was made by humans, not ChatGPT. Electricity was invented by not ChatGPT. It was invented by humans. Computer, uh, these complex machines that you're studying on, are created from scratch. Someone without the computer, without any knowledge, this thought start thinking, adapting one by one, day by day, knowledge by knowledge, creating all this, connecting all this things together to form all this of the wonder you're seeing. Computer science, science, electricity, electronics, mechanics, everything. It all started from nothing. They didn't have anything. They didn't uh, see, they created their own solution. And that's why they were smarter than others. They were, it doesn't mean that the only difference between you and them are that you are not trying to find the answer on your own. You're relying on a different method which is easier. The real thing you have to do is that rely on your own, uh, have your own knowledge rather than learning short algorithms and implementing it day by day. You should have learned if this algorithm might have never existed, how would I have implemented myself from scratch. And now if after that you have done it, uh, you can, it becomes the weapon of your arsenal, and you can use it whenever you want, and you can use it more efficiently than others, and it will completely make you next level of programmer, next level of human being. For that being said, uh, I think so it's getting late. It's almost 6:11 a.m. Okay, I'll try after waking up. I'll in few hours I'm going to go to sleep. After that, I'm going to wake up and will be going to running. Uh, After completing my run, I'm going to study again. Today I'm going to study. Mm, Today I'm going to study. What I'm going to study today? Today I'm going to study recursion and revise a little bit of Java that I've studied before, and solve two or three question of the assignment that were given to me. And I was also starting thinking about starting development, and also studying a core of Java, and start building some start learning about development, and soon building some project, because we currently studied our subject oops in Java. So it has provided us with many backend systems, like very simple implementation system, like uh, how should I tell, like banking system that add add amount, withdraw amount, and other these kinds of things. So these things were been done by, we studied these things recently in our last semester, and I am a little bit comfortable with oops, but I don't want to get I don't want to forget any of it. So I also might do my last assignments of oops once again, and try to solve it, and will forward. And there is this book called Head First Start in Java. I will also try to read it. And so you see, coding is a skill, and the more you do it, with the more knowledge you do it, it's the more you illiterate in your mind, the more it's the thing is skills is that in true life, all the knowledge are in skills. The real knowledge all are in skills, and it can only achieving by literating in your mind. If those are kinetic skills, then you have to literate with your body. If those are mental skills, then you have to literate with your mind. And only this illiteration can and at the very end, the illiteration in the mind will result uh, in achieving something, in achieving higher set of skills, higher set of knowledge. So I think so. It's getting late. I've talked a lot. It's time's running out. So okay, I will try. Okay, I'm going to run. Let's see how much we can run. We haven't ran for so long so far. Okay, so we'll try to run, and after that we're going to study recursion and do some questions for it on lead code. And after doing that questions, what we're going to do is now study a bit of Java and also study pointers in C. What are pointers? How does pointer works? And as you can, as you know, we also need to study other data structures also, which are uh, we only have studied two ways of sorting. One is bubble sort. One is I I might have studied search sort a little bit, but I didn't remember anything. I didn't pay attention. I have studied to sort a search sort and a cycle sort. Sorry, a bubble sort and a cycle sort. So the bubble sort was very simple. Is that if the next element was greater than 100, then swap. And cycle sort is that the if it's for uh, array in elements 1 to n. And I also studied one fast pointer, slow pointer, one pointer, two pointer method in few cases in linked list to see infinite cycle to cycle detection and other things. I need to revise them also. Okay, so that is much that is what how much I have done till now. I will be looking forward to working more. Okay, so what then is the next thing we're going to do is sleep after some times, and uh, it's almost 2 hour and 52 minutes of stream. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is sleep. Then we're going to wake up. Then we're going to go for running. Then we're going to study more. Okay, so as I think so, I'm going to there are 90% chances I'm going to put this video to what private. But if you're watching this video, this was what I was when I was. If you're watching this video, this is what I was when I was. Uh, this video can be. There are no chances. This video can be for me. This video can be for someone else, or can be for anyone. So, at the very end, I want to say that if the future Ravi is watching, then remember the humble Lord is always watching over you. Nothing can harm you, and you will reach the heights no one have ever seen. You will crush the mountains with your hands, split the valleys, split the oceans. Do not need to worry, do not need to fear, for I am with you. If the world left you, your adaptation will come for you. Your Father in heaven is always watching over you, because there's only one place to go, one place to look for, and that is okay. If there's 70-90% of a chance this video is going, but private. But remember, nothing can beat you. You have conquered all, you will conquer all. Okay? Bye. No need to worry. You are the strongest. You need to carry everything on your back. The back need to be strong enough. Consider it order, consider it promise, consider it request, but come to me and call upon my name while I call upon yours. Call upon my name while I call upon yours. Alright? Okay. So this video can be for me in the future or can be for you. If you are watching this video, then work hard. While working hard, also work smart, and also study. Don't remember. Always remember to take care of your parents. Study well. Eat your vegetables. Listen to your mother. Be happy, or at least live up to your name, and never to be broken again. Because the world has fallen way before it was even built. You are just human. You might have fallen before, but you will not now. Okay? You know what you have to do. Okay, bye. How do I end stream? Your stream will stop immediately after and no longer will. Okay, so that's what I want.